Hello, it's me, and I was wondering if The Real Deal is something that you need. If it is, we got a great episode ahead, with Max Lewis delivering Hollywood headlines and a whole lot more.
So get ready to roll in the rain and set fire to the deep. From Ball State University, The Real Deal starts now.
Hello and welcome to The Real Deal, Ball State's one and only entertainment news show. I'm Logan Sowash.
And I'm Madeline May. Well, looks like Jeb isn't the least fortunate Bush of 2016 anymore.
Poor guy can't win anything.
Here to talk about the latest in entertainment and more is Max Lewis. Max?
Yeah, today's show co-host Billy Bush is fighting back after he was suspended by NBC for his comments on the now infamous Access Hollywood tape with Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. Bush has hired a crisis management firm to litigate his exit from the network. Bush claims that he told NBC about the tape back in August during the Olympic Games, but executives at the Today Show said they never heard anything about the tape. Bush currently is paid an estimated $3 million a year by the network, and there are reports that Bush may sue NBC over his apparent termination. And the iconic sitcom I Love Lucy celebrated its 65th anniversary this past week. The show, which starred Lucille Ball, her then-husband Desi Arnaz, Vivian Vance, and William Fawley, premiered on October 15, 1951 on CBS and ran until May 6 of 1957. For 4 of its 6 seasons, it was ranked as TV's top-rated series, and Lucille Ball's influence can still be seen on comedy today. Reruns of I Love Lucy still air around the world. And music legend Bob Dylan was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature, putting him in the company of greats such as T.S. Eliot and Toni Morrison. Dylan is the first musician to win the award. The announcement set off a debate on whether song lyrics have the same artistic value as poetry in novels. The Swedish Academy cited Dylan for, quote, having created new poetic expressions within the great American song tradition. The Literature Award was the last of this year's Nobel Prizes to be announced, and the 6 awards will be handed out on December 10th, the anniversary of prize founder Alfred Nobel's death in 1896. And now you're up to date on all things Hollywood. This has been your Hollywood Headlines. I'm Max Lewis.
Thanks, Max. You know, I wonder what Trump thinks about Bob Dylan's Nobel. The Nobel Committee is terrible, just awful. I'm going to make my own literary prize. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge, believe me.
Trump impressions are a dangerous game to play, Logan. Did you see his reaction on this week's SNL?
He'll never watch this.
We'll see about that. Coming up, we've got Whitney Perry and Angelo Ariema.
Is there someone at your door?
Are you seeing this?
Everybody off the... Mike, what is that? Is everything okay?
Because our abilities don't fit in the outside world. We live in places like this, where no one can find us.
Jake, come and play.
I knew you were one of us when you were born. It's time for you to learn.
Make some noise!
I bought my dad an iPhone 6. Dad takes his phone out of his back pocket. This is what I hear. Cyrus. Cyrus. It's Siri, you dumb bitch. Siri.
Move your hips and dance like fish.
You were seen in the area that night.
How could you be so honest?
Did you murder Megan Hipwell?
No.
How could you be so honest?
I'm not the girl I used to be.
He's capable of coming in cold, uncooking years of books, and getting out alive. Imagine the secrets this guy has.
Who are you?
Welcome back. Now,
We at The Real Deal got into a bit of a situation over the break.
apparently Donald Trump saw my impression of him and was not happy about it. Check this tweet out. Watch The Real Deal hit job on me. Time to retire the boring and unfunny show. Logan's portrayal stinks. I agree with that. College TV rigging election.
Well, Donald, or Donald's lawyers more accurately, please don't sue us. We have a one-man legal team of Louis Wiesman, and he got an A- in media law. Lord knows how he'd do in a higher court.
He hasn't even passed the bar either. The only bar in Louis' life is brothers. Please clap for him.
Let's get into the next segment. Here with this week's music news is Whitney Perry. Whitney?
Prince's infamous vault of unreleased music is being shopped around by different record labels with the price of $30 million. The vault contains songs that were never formally issued. It also had hours of live recordings and concert footage. The vault has been tucked away in the basement of Prince Paisley Park home in Minneapolis. It was a climate control room which was hidden behind a steel door with a combination lock and a large spinning handle. Prince was the only person with the code to open the safe. The vault had to be drilled open by the company that is responsible for his estates. Susan Rogers, who started the vault for Prince, said it contained everything from late-night jam sessions to intensely personal songs that the artist did not want to release. As noted earlier, Bob Dylan has been awarded to the Nobel Prize in Literature. It was an honor that elevates him into the company of T.S. Eliot, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Toni Morrison, and Samuel Beckett. Dylan is the first musician to win the award, and his selection on Thursday is perhaps the most radical choice in a history stretching back to the 1901. The music world was quick to congratulate Dylan. Tom Waits tweeted a brief statement saying that Bob Dylan absolutely deserved the award, saying that no voice is greater than Bob Dylan's. Singer-songwriter Leonard Cohen also was quick to congratulate Dylan, saying that awarding Bob Dylan the Nobel Prize was like pinning a medal to Mount Everest for being the world's tallest mountain. In my opinion, Bob Dylan deserves the prize. Congrats to you, Mr. Dylan. Maroon 5 dropped Don't Wanna Know on the morning of October 14th. The group shared the music video for the song in which they transform into Pokemon-like monsters. Levine's sad sack monster shuffles around depressed that he couldn't find Silverman's orange Poke anywhere. Since he became a father, he wants his newborn child inspire that kid-friendly look. Check it out. That's all for the music news. I'm Whitney Perry.
Thanks, Whitney. Now, the next segment has to do with the new Power Rangers movie.
We know that there's a red, blue, yellow, and pink one.
Well, pink sometimes, I think, and they have these things called Zords, I'm pretty sure.
And there was one where they're cops.
And the infamous Power Rangers on ice.
I think you're making that one up, but I don't know for sure.
Well, here's someone who might be able to help us. Here with this week's Rangelo is Angelo Ariema. Angelo?
Oh, how the tides have turned. So first, dressing up as the Red Ranger every Halloween isn't cute anymore and actually getting a bit creepy, but now we're all hopping out of our socks at the sight of a new Power Rangers film? What a cruel, cruel world we live in. But hey, I'm going to take my grandmother's advice and grow up by letting sleeping dogs lie. So let's dive into this trailer. First off, I've heard a lot of people call it The Breakfast Club with action scenes, and while I can see what they're going for, I kind of take issue with that comparison. Sure, I admire the fact that the men and women behind this movie are actually doing a good job in making the Rangers come off as angsty teenage misfits. That way their turn to acts of heroism is much more profound. However, what makes The Breakfast Club such a seminal movie is that it's all about growing up and facing the harsh realities of adulthood. This Power Rangers film is going to be nothing more than a popcorn action flick, with no regards to touching subtext or any deeper message. But I don't mean that to be a knock on the film. Honestly, that's okay. I'm not looking for a Godfather level of sophistication in my Power Rangers films. Altogether, the biggest takeaway for me from the trailer, in addition to the protagonists all being detention dwellers, was the Chester Cheetah level cheesiness of the dialogue. This is cliche action film 101 over here, and what really kind of confuses me about what this movie is trying to accomplish. On one hand, it seems to be trying to strike at the nostalgia of its fans, of its established fans, by staying true to the cheesiness and corniness of the prior TV shows. But on the other hand, it's clearly stealing shades of those Transformers and G.I. Joe films that nobody really likes to talk about. That being, take a cheesy kids show from the past and make it a little darker and grittier for modern society. As per the examples I just named, however, it clearly doesn't work out a whole lot of the time. But if Power Rangers can get itself together and settle firmly in either being a cheesy, made-for-kids film or a dark and gritty reimagining of the show for older audiences, I think it could be a fun time either way. Sure, it's not going to get any nods at the Oscars or anything, but a realistic expectation of this film could, I repeat, could make for a fun ride. Or it could also be the end of both Elizabeth Banks and Bryan Cranston's respective careers, but that's just kind of the risk you take signing up for this kind of stuff. Looks like we'll have to wait and see what happens, however, because Power Rangers is currently set for release in 2017. I'm Angelo Oriema, and can you believe this is the trailer I chose to talk about in this week's Trailer Watch? Me neither.
Thank you, Angelo. I think I found a costume for next week. Now, if only I can figure out what I'm going to wear for Halloween.
Well, I'm going to leave that one alone and throw us to commercial. Stay tuned, we've got Shelby Deal and Rob White.
Welcome back. Uptown Funk, That White Gold, Michelle Pfeiffer, Fireman.
Are you okay?
Catchy Grenades, Lazy Song, Bought You Flowers, The Way You Are.
Your brain's pun circuits must be on the fray. There's a perfectly good script in front of you, and you choose to scream song titles.
Yeah, well, you try being the head writer's fall guy,
No thanks.
Brandon.
Here with a review of the newest Bruno Mars single is Shelby Deal. Shelby?
It has been almost 4 years since Bruno Mars released a single all on his own. With the success of the collaboration with Mark Ronson on Uptown Funk, expectations of a long-awaited single are extremely high, at least with me. Bruno Mars' new single is called 24K Magic, and it takes a while for the magic to sink in. The single is more akin to Uptown Funk than any of his older stuff. The single does not have much substance behind it, which is surprising from the man that produced Grenade and When I Was Your Man. With lyrics like, player, put your pinky rings up to the moon, and why you mad, fix your face, it leaves a lot to be desired in the lyrics department. The beat to the song isn't too bad. It's the kind of beat that makes for a perfect dancing song. If I'm honest though, I was a bit disappointed with the song the first time I heard it. I was expecting something that had a little more meaning to it, and not just a party song. And he does not sing in his usual crooning voice. He sung the song, which was, again, disappointing because he had such a beautiful singing voice. However, as I listened to it more, it grew on me. Like I said, the beat is catchy, and even though the lyrics don't have much meaning behind them, it's a fun song to sing along to. It seems like this is a song to announce that he's back, since he literally says, "Guess who's back again," in the song. Overall, I think the song is okay. It's different than a lot of the other songs out, but I like that. It's a song that you can just listen to without thinking, which is fine, because not every song has to have a deep meaning behind it. I wish he had actually sung the song in his normal voice, though. I hope his upcoming album has songs like this, because I love how upbeat it is, but I also hope that he has the slower, deeper songs too. 24K Magic was not Bruno Mars' best work, but it is a fun song that makes me excited for more music to come. Until next time, this is Shelby Deal, signing off.
Thank you, Shelby. 2016 has been a difficult year, with many of our favorite entertainers leaving us for good.
Here to discuss the life's work of one such tragedy is Rob White. Rob?
It comes with a heavy heart to say that Tommy Michael Ford, also known as Tommy from the hit 90s sitcom Martin, has passed away at the age of 52. The actor reportedly went in for a checkup for his recent knee replacement surgery. Once there, he suffered from a severe aneurysm rupture in his abdomen and slipped into a state of unconsciousness. Doctors took action and placed Ford on life support immediately after the incident took place, but his family made the incredibly difficult decision of pulling the plug on October 12th. A spokeswoman for the family is quoted saying, "It is with a great sadness that we announce the untimely passing of our beloved son, father, brother, husband, and friend, Tommy Michael Ford. On behalf of the family, we would like to thank everyone for their love, support, and prayers. Funeral arrangements will be forthcoming. Please respect the privacy of the Ford family during our time of grief." Ford received his first character role on television as Lamar Collins on the show A Different World. He also received roles on other sitcoms such as The Parkers and The Jamie Foxx Show, and even appeared in a couple of films such as Harlem Nights and Class Act. But the actor is most notably known for his role as Tommy on the hit show Martin, who played the jobless best friend of Martin Lawrence. Lawrence took to social media to express his feelings for his passing companion. In a series of tweets, he said, "My heart is heavy with the recent loss of my brother Tommy Ford. May he rest in peace. We were friends way before the Martin Show and showed true friendship on screen. You brought a lot of love into the world and you will greatly be missed." After the show ended in 1997, the actor worked on more sitcoms and even dabbled in some directing as well. Ford also wrote children's books and founded the Be Still and Know Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to building better communities for disadvantaged youth. Tommy Ford may not have been a very well-known A-list actor, but he did make a huge impact on people's lives. Fans took to social media to express their agreements and made him the #1 trending topic on Twitter and Facebook. The world lost a great soul, and his memories will continue to live in the hearts of his fans. Rest in peace, Tommy Michael Ford. You will be missed.
Thank you, Rob. We'll be right back with our final word.
Don't come over here with that damn foolishness. Let something jump up out of this damn box.
How's it going?
I don't like being followed.
You think you're invulnerable.
That's right. Maybe I rip your arm off and beat you to death with it. I'm sorry about this.
Reacher?
We're here to kill you. The spirit world is dangerous.
What are you doing? I'm not doing it. Stop it! Do you know what it feels like to be strangled to death?
Go away, come again another day.
Is this some kind of prank?
Well, Rachel, where's your god now?
The Joneses. They're not who they say they are.
Here's the thing about trust. Once it's gone, bad things can happen.
It's the Joneses!
Get the car now!
I count to 3. We're gonna run, okay? 1, 2.
Oh my God.
For my final word, I've been bursting at the seams to tell you about my latest concert-going experience. So we recently had a long weekend for fall break here at Ball State. So my dad and I took the opportunity to bring a little Indiana to the Las Vegas Strip. We saw Blue Man Group, which was 10 out of 10, accidentally ended up at a drag show one night, and biggest of all, we saw Sia. And believe me, it was not a cheap thrill, but it was well worth the price of admission just to see Maddie Ziegler dance. I can't think of any other concert that I've ever been to where the main act didn't move around on stage, dance, sway, nada. Sia stood in one place the entire time on a little box. But God bless Maddie Ziegler because that girl can put on a show. She provided all of the visual entertainment. It was kind of like watching a very tasteful and professional dance recital. And even though Sia was the ticketed act performance for the night, she rightfully gave a huge thank you to Maddie. After all, that girl serves as the real face of Sia. And to answer your lingering curiosity, no, we did not get to see what she looked like. The woman is a mystery, but she sure can belt one out. My only concern is if Maddie Ziegler ever gets tired of opening her wardrobe and seeing nothing but tan leotards.
You know, I have that same problem. But unfortunately, I've always wanted to see Daft Punk in concert, but they haven't been on tour for years, and it always seems like every time a band I like is an indie, I need the money for other things like, being an adult. Oh well. To move from music to movies, I wanted to use my final word to let you all know that Heartland Film Festival is starting this week. Now, I promise I wasn't paid to say that. I just wanted you all to know because the Heartland Film Festival is a lot of fun. It's got too many interesting shorts and films coming to Indiana in the upcoming days that we would be here all night if I named them all one by one. Heartland is taking place on October 20th through the 30th, and I highly recommend you check out their official website to see what's coming to the festival this year. Plus, it's a film festival in Indiana. You can't say we don't get anything good.
Yeah.
And with that said, that wraps up the show for this week. Be sure to check out our website, Facebook, and Twitter pages for news and updates on all things entertainment. I'm Logan Sowash.
And I'm Madeline May. We'll see you next time.